Hey guys, welcome to another video by Into Fly Fishing. In this video, I'm doing a full review of this right here, the Sage Spectrum C fly reel. Let's get into it. All right, so first off, how have I been fishing this thing? This is the 5/6 weight, so I've been fishing it on small rivers to medium-sized rivers here in Europe, and this thing has been handling it very, very well. I love the smooth drag on it, and it's just a beautifully designed reel. It's light, it's not machined aluminum, which we'll get into a little bit later, but I'm really happy with the overall quality and feel of this reel and the balance on my rod. So first off, let's talk about what you get in the box when you order the Sage Spectrum C fly reel. So of course you get the fly reel with the spool. You also get a nice little neoprene bag, and it's nicely padded so it protects the reel while in transport. And you have the box, of course, and you have the Sage warranty inside. And the Sage warranty is something that's really quite great about their products. And let's talk a little bit about that now. So Sage's lifetime warranty is a great aspect of buying any Sage gear. They basically say that for the lifetime of any of their reels, rods, or blanks, they'll replace it if it's manufacturer default, like a manufacturer error when they were building it, or from general wear and tear, or even from your own damage if you accidentally step on this reel and break off the handle. Sage will replace it for you for the entire duration of your life. That is a great warranty, and it's something nice to have, you know, to have that confidence that if anything goes wrong with this reel after you purchase it, you don't have to worry about spending too much money to get it repaired. Sage says, all right, so good thing there's a warranty because I just dropped this thing. Yeah, but Sage says basically, if anything happens to the reel, they have a processing fee. I think for reels, it's about 30 bucks. I know that's what it is for their rods. So $35 processing fee. And you know, if you get dirt in the drag, or if you break off the handle, like I said, or crack the frame, Sage is going to replace that for you. So that's pretty nice to have, especially with their more expensive products. So let's start talking about the drag. When I got this reel, I knew that Sage, they make great reels, they make great products, and this reel has a beautiful drag system. It's got the SDS Drag System, or Sealed Carbon Drag System by Sage. It's their patented drag, and it does have a very nice feel to it. There's basically no startup inertia, so when a fish takes, you know, it comes out of the reel really smoothly, and it feels good. For the price, I'm really amazed at how good this reel feels. The drag has plenty of pulling power. I caught some pretty nice sized fish on here, probably 5 or 6 pounds, and it handled them beautifully. Just enough, you know, drag that I can quickly adjust it with this one turn drag knob on the back. And it's an enormous drag adjustment knob, so when you're on the river you can actually kind of do it with just your thumb or one finger while you're fighting a fish, and it's really easy to get it to go from basically no drag at all the way up to full pulling power. And yeah, when it's all the way loose, there's basically, you know, no drag. It comes out really smooth, and when you tighten it all the way tight, then you've got so much pulling power that it's, you know, very difficult, even on the 5/6 weight, very difficult to pull out. So that's perfect for larger fish. So next up, we'll talk about the different weights that this reel comes in. Sage has this thing in a 3/4 weight all the way up to a 9/10 weight. So whether you're fishing for small brook trout in a tiny stream near your house, or you're going on a overseas trip to, you know, target bonefish and maybe even tarpon, they're gonna have a Sage Spectrum C that'll match the job. And plus, because the drag is sealed for salt water, you're okay to fish this thing in salt water. So with all the weights they offer, you have enough to cover every fishing application, which is great on this reel. I was personally fishing it for, you know, small to medium-sized trout on small rivers, even on some large rivers. I've fished the spectrum of rivers, and I fished it on a little bit of still water as well. So the reel has been holding up really nice for me, like I said, and I fished it in a variety of situations. And if you want to go into salt water, you can get some of their larger weights. They're sealed, they're going to be great. So now let's talk a little bit about the tech and specs for the Sage Spectrum C fly reel. For this, I don't have it memorized, so I'm going to be looking down here at my notes, but I'm going to read it out what Sage says on their website, and I'll just say a couple things about what I think about it. The Spectrum C has a lightweight die-cast aluminum frame with powder-coated, corrosion-resistant finish. One thing I'll say about the finish is I have dropped this reel a couple times. You guys just saw me drop it now, and it does chip pretty easily. Like, I've got some chips already around the outside, so this paint chips off. Of course, that's not going to affect the overall usability of the fly reel. But you know, it's nice when these reels come with a really good chip resistant coating, like some of my other reels that have, more expensive reels of course, but they do say that it's corrosion resistant, so it should help in salt water. But again, if you're getting chips in the reel and then salt water gets in there, you never know if it's going to start rusting a little bit. But other than that, I think the overall build quality of this is great, and it's super light. It only weighs 4.8 ounces or 136 grams. That's the 5/6 weight, and that's perfect. It balances my rod nicely. It feels quite light in hand, and because of the design with so much of this cut out with their die cast molding, obviously, that they've used, it's quite light. It feels good in hand. This thing has a large arbor, so it's good quick retrieve, and I spooled it up with 90 feet of weight forward 5-weight Scientific Angler's frequency fly line and about 120 yards of 20-pound backing, and then of course the leader setup. So that fit on here no problem. I've still got plenty of space, so it's got a good spool capacity for sure. The overall spool width is 1.3 inches and the spool diameter is 3.63 inches. So now let's move on to the next part, the part that everyone's interested in, because this is Sage's budget option. How much does this thing cost? Let's cover the price of the Sage Spectrum C fly reel. So the Sage Spectrum C fly reel starts at around $165 for the 3 to 4 weight and the 5 to 6 weight. And then it starts moving up as you get into the 7, 8, the 9, 10. Those are going to be $185. So you're just paying, you know, 20 bucks more. And that's a really good deal from Sage. Their one level up fly reel is the Sage Spectrum Max, and I think it's around $400 or $500. So a huge jump to the next level. But then you're going to start getting some important features that everyone loves in a fly reel, like machined aluminum bar stock to have the frame super durable. But for this price, getting a sealed drag, a really nice design, light in hand, lightweight, super smooth drag system from Sage with that warranty, it's a pretty damn good price, I'd say. So last, I just want to talk about my personal thoughts and opinions. After fishing the Sage Spectrum C for about 2 or 3 months now, I've been fishing this thing extensively. Like I said, small rivers, medium rivers, large rivers, a little bit of still water. I've put this thing through the paces and I've landed some pretty nice fish on it. And I really do like this reel. I would highly recommend it if you want to get a Sage reel or any reel that has a really good warranty and, you know, a really good brand name. Then this is probably the reel to go with if you don't want to break the bank spending $400 or $500 on a reel. And actually, I think it's going to make our list this year of the best value fly reel, or at least the best mid-range fly reel, because this thing is just beautiful. I've fished plenty of reels in this range, you know, from the 200 to 300 range, or 150 to 300 range. And this is one of my favorites for sure. Just how light it is, and the drag system is so smooth, and yeah, it's a great reel. I would have liked to see it be machined aluminum bar stock, but probably with a company like Sage and the warranty that they offer and the after sales service, that's just not going to happen with them. They're known as a top end brand creating top end products, and this is their lower level of that. And I think for a fly reel, this is a great option for anyone that wants to target anything from trout all the way up to tarpon and bonefish with the heavier weights. So this versatility is great. The build is great. I like the design, the drag, super smooth, super powerful. Not a bad deal at all for $165 to $185. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so we can notify you next time we come out with a new video like this. We're coming out with new gear reviews, fly fishing tutorials, and even destination vlogs from different parts of the world, like South Africa, the Maldives, here in Europe, Canada, the US. So definitely stay tuned, subscribe, and we hope to see you guys around. All right, get off YouTube and go out fishing. Until next time, tight lines.